Hello everyone, and welcome back. CDEC Youth going up against EHOME game number 2 of our lower bracket final of this best of 3. Who will be facing up in our best of 5 grand final against the team that is undefeated so far in China, newbie? We're going to find out now, Waga.
Yeah, it's going to be really interesting. I'm really hyped for this as well. We saw some, sportsmanship banter before the game started as well. These two teams going at it.
But both teams could agree that ISIS should be effed.
Yes, that will probably happen.
That was my censorship. I'm fairly certain you can work out what word was used.
No, that was great.
Yeah.
Good censorship, Shelby.
Yeah.
So, CDC Youth in that previous game, they did play pretty well. They got a good start, and despite that, EHOME turned it all the way around, and slowly but surely, and fight after fight, I have to say, because it was all about the big team fights. It was not about, split pushing. It was not about getting solo pickoffs. It was about taking big team fights and winning. That's how EHOME got their way back. So
yeah, and a lot of that came off the back of originally ISIS with his back wall combos. Like that just caused so many problems for CDEC. But I also just want to give so much props to Lanham. His positioning on that line, especially that last fight around the front door of CDEC's home base, that was unbelievable.
They just all delivered in that final fight. They had the perfect execution. The Lion and Earth Spirit both were ready. The three-man vacuum came, and the Lion Impale came, and actually it was the Earth Spirit kick to lead, and then the Lion Impale to follow up and chain stun. It was this beautiful execution, and I don't think I would want to have anyone beside from Lanham when it comes to executing like this. It's just beautiful.
His timing was wonderful, and now Lanham gets to have one of his heroes he loves to run as the support. It's going to be the Doombringer 4 position. I don't think EHOME has actually done anything else with this hero.
Yeah.
But this pool is very open. Like you take out the Batrider, you take out the IO, but like every hero for ISIS is still in the lane. None of the real mids have been banned out. Even if we did see like a couple of Batrider mids appearing in the China qualifiers.
To me, the Lone Druid actually feels like sort of a throwaway ban. Actually, I mean, sure, EHOME have played it a bit, but it is definitely intended to keep the first phase more open.
Yep.
And when you have second pick, that's a thing that some people do. Just leave it more open so that you know you will get some quality heroes, and you often get to pick up a nice combination. Gotta go for Ench and Lion here.
Yeah, speaking of nice combination, already jungle, early movement, very effective with smoke rotations.
Good tempo control in the early game for sure.
Yeah.
And Enchantress, she can be super effective if she has, no bounty hunter stalking after her. So I like the idea that they banned that out and then picked up the Ench.
It's still a bit of a dangerous thing playing up against a Doombringer, because if you also get like your secondary support like a Witch Doctor or a Crystal Maiden, Enchantress the creep's going to have minimal effect during the team fight.
That's true. Witch Doctor becomes a pretty high priority pick after that. I don't think they will pick it this early though. They're putting a lot of time into this EHOME. They're going to go for the Dragon Knights.
If it's not red, it doesn't belong in EHOME's lineup.
Yeah, they're going for, similar start to the previous game, of course. They want this Dragon Knight.
It's kind of an interesting choice to actually pick up the DK at this point, because like if you did, I suppose like if CDC do want to ban out like the Witch Doctor and such, they have to like burn off a couple of these bans. I'm actually waiting for the Nature's Prophet ban to like kick out of somewhere.
Yeah, it could happen, and there we go. The Darkseer is gonna be denied. Good respect given to ISIS for his performance in the last game. I think you have to give it.
I think it's still it is that thing where CDC's like, yeah, we've seen this combination before. Like he just sub one hero out for the Doombringer.
Yeah.
In fact, that actually makes things a little scarier having the Doombringer on the field.
Yeah, and it's still dangerous as well. Even if there's not, Lion on the side of EHOME now, but Darkseer and Dragon Knight even, just pulling them together and getting that level 16 slow on them later on. The team fights, EHOME always draft for the late game team fights, and they already set themselves up pretty beautifully here. Doom, it gives you an advantage as long as you can get the initiation.
Yeah, like I'm actually more interested to see like the next picks coming up than these bans, because they're both going to be like those feeler bans. CDEC, you kind of already know what the mid is. You know what like one of the supports is. What are you going to do? Take out the Slark, just in case he's in there. They actually take out the Drow Ranger,
Yeah.
This is something which, like EHOME, I don't think they were really going to go for this, because normally they look for like a better range mid to couple with that, who's got the stuns, but I suppose DK kind of is like both of those worlds.
Well, yeah, normally you want to have range heroes that benefit in the laning phase so that you can take control on the game early when you have Drow, because you need to be snowballing.
Which is why they couple like Wind Ranger.
Exactly, so I don't think they would pick it here, and CDC might not think so either, but just, you know, to be sure, they don't want to play against it. They first face banned it in the previous game, so they're definitely respected a ton. Naga Siren again, the 4th ban from EHOME, did the same thing last game. Giving a lot of respect here, both teams. And we'll see. EHOME,
10 seconds remaining.
they are pretty, like, their draft is very flexible. Doom into Dragon Knight, they can go into either a pushing lineup, they can go into a farming and just pick off lineup. I like this though.
I still want to see a better way to deal with the Enchantress. Like, yes, you got the Doom on the field, but normally you look for like high attack speed heroes to go against Enchantress or high magical burst.
Sure.
Like we saw both Lion and Lena in the last game. They Lion is already picked by CDEC.
They could still play the Lena on their own lineup. I mean,
On the EHOME lineup or
yeah,
on
for
CDEC?
sure. For
Sorry.
EHOME. No, on CDC it would be too much.
Actually, you have to force the Enchantress into offlane. That's not going to happen.
Yeah. But here you have Earth Spirit to set up, okay. He can actually bring down Enchantress when he has the ulti. He can persistently just chase down.
He doesn't have the same combos as last game, though.
Yeah.
It's still a setup here and there. But technically, you're running 2 melee supports now.
Yeah, that's what's going to happen. I mean, I don't have any doubt that they're going to put a support Doom just moving around, and we're still looking to open up.
Could they put like a Doom off lane, put Ice onto that Doom bringer, or maybe even the safe lane Doom? But
I mean, you
that's a little bit
preferably
more.
don't want to run an offlane Doom against Slardar. I really don't think so, because you have no armor in the beginning, and physical damage from the crush just makes it so hard to lane that. What? They bring 1 fish, they bring 2 fish. Here we go, Toby.
Give me Nyx Assassin.
Yeah?
give me any way that you can get through Medusa's shield nice and quick. Because right now, like EHOME, they don't have all those ways.
Yeah, and they have 3 melee heroes as well, and Doom does not do that well against Medusa, as even his Inferno Blade has a really sad interaction, because Medusa's effective HP is based on her mana shield.
Yep.
So you don't do that much damage with your Infernal. And yeah, this is not looking like a good setup for EHOME. And if CDC can secure a good teamfight draft now, then I like it. But they still have a slight disadvantage in teamfight, I feel, and you need to be secure to go into a late game with Medusa.
Yeah, because Medusa is kind of like, she's nothing in the early phases. Like, you have your hero like a Spectre, you can come in, you got Desolate to buff it up. Mystic Snake is probably the only thing which you're really scared of.
Yeah, she's hard to kill, but she doesn't actually do that much without good disables and good fights around her. Then the Mystic Snake can deal tons of damage, as you say. It does become a very powerful nuke when it bounces a few times. But we'll see here. EHOME, they have to think a little bit about this pick, because they need to react.
I'm kind of waiting still for the Nature's Prophet of Ice to arrive. So you take the fight and you push the lanes out wherever Medusa isn't, and you just start like evaporating the map. But no, we're gonna get
wow. 4 melee, but Ice Clockwork is the pick.
That's actually so good against Medusa as well. Like the mana burn, you keep Medusa out, and she triggers off that Stone Gaze, and you already have a disengage.
Yeah.
It also makes problems for the Slider as he runs around. If he gets mana burn, he's gonna have very little to work with. I don't say it's like the best hero ever, but I can see a lot of the perks for it.
It's one approach for sure. I think the Jarrow was a spot-on ban actually here from CDC, because they needed something exactly like that. And like with clock setup, the ES setup, Gyrocopter would have such good cooldowns in this game. So I like that. Ban out. We'll
I wonder
see
why Axe. Why Axe?
Just control around the Medusa, I guess.
Unless they're gonna
And they
run
have
like
4
a.
melee heroes.
It could be a PL safe lane as well.
Well, yeah, it could be,
okay.
but keep in mind, Axe is super good against Dragon Knight and any hero with high armor. Pure damage on his spin.
Very
so
true.
That's probably why. The Slark, they go for the full 5-man melee. Well, they do have 4.5 melee, I guess. Dragon Knight is semi-ranged. That is an interesting draft, though, to say the least.
Yeah. It's a very tanky one. It's a very, very tanky one.
Oh yeah, they're definitely gonna take, you know, some time to kill, but with amplified damage and a Medusa just pushing up, I could see CDC's draft work out here. So, and that's even before seeing what the final hero is gonna be. I wonder.
Well, real men pick melee.
Yeah, they have 1 melee, you know. They stole the last fish as well, I want to point out. Or, I guess, Naga is banned and then Stark is stolen. It's a lot of fish, Toby.
Are there any other fish in the game?
I mean, Tide is not really a fish, right?
He's a watermelon.
Yeah, he's a water creature, watermelon. Good, yeah. Yeah, I think that's,
Yeah, I don't
that's
think of
about
it-
it for fish.
Yeah. Can you bring up the hero panel? I kinda
We're gonna investigate for more fish while they decide on their final pick.
So
here.
long and thanks for all the fish. So sad that it should come to this.
Bye, dolphins.
Is Morphling a fish?
I was thinking about that. I think he does not qualify as fish. I mean, he's what fish shit in. So, I'd say no.
He's literally the crap from the bottom of the tank.
Yeah, he truly is. No, I think that's it.
Rubik in frog form.
Wow, they go for the Invoker on top of this? Inflame Invoker against against 5 melee heroes, 4 in most team fights when Dragon Eye is on. That is gonna be a fun time to be Invoker if he has a good laning phase though.
Yeah,
That's the key.
Yeah, isn't that like the biggest thing we should be looking at right now? You got an Invoker who needs time to come online. You have a Medusa that needs time to come online. A Slaughter who has a little bit more to work with and probably can synergize better with the line and the Enchantress early on.
Well, it comes down to me, it's all about Victoria and what
10 seconds
Enchantress can do
remaining.
in this game. If you play a good Enchantress here, create space for your cores,
5
play around the
seconds
Slardar,
remaining.
who's the strong one in the early game, you could very well have a good game on Invoker and Medusa, and then I think it's easy to play out. But EHOME, they need to feel some pressure going into this,
Yeah.
even though they just came off a win.
Yeah,
And
even if they are one game up and CDEC's been the one that's been struggling most of all.
that's true. CDEC do have the knife to the throat, about to get eliminated here in this qualifier tournament.
Well, let's go into the game as EHOME and CDEC, we roll out and we start checking out the lane. So Demon's already very early up to that top lane to get the Observer Ward down. It's going to scout the Slark moving up.
Yeah, you got the Windlace on Lion here, looking really fast, 310 movement speed.
You know, I still, like, maybe this would have been one of those nice games for a Keeper of the Light as well.
Yeah, I was thinking about
like
it
that
for
Mana Leak up against Medusa.
yeah, I was thinking about it, but you know, it doesn't make sense with their early picks because they opened up so much with the Dragon Knight and the Doom, and then follow up with the ES. You can't really go Carl after that.
30 seconds to battle.
Okay, so laning-wise for EHOME, at this point it kind of looks like Ice wants to head down to the bot lane. So they leave Old Chicken's Dragon
Yeah.
Knight, which by the way is such an amazing looking facial set.
You like it?
I actually think that like the top rim part looks really, really cool.
I don't know. I like the Lance. I think that's really
I
cool.
can't get a shot of the lens. Now I can get.
The Lance is really good, but I think there's a ton of good DK sets though. I like the dark one.
Battle begins.
That's really cool.
Oh, you mean? Oh, yeah,
The
yeah.
one that looks like a dragon.
the dark and
help.
moody. Yeah.
Yeah, that one is badass.
Okay, so lanes. Inflame's running an off-lane Invoker. Quas first up against Ice's safe lane Clockwork.
Most likely Coswex Invoker.
Mid lane is going to be Amy.
Yeah.
We've nicknamed him Amy, even if his name is pronounced differently.
It's Amy.
It's Amy. With Enchantress, just going to help him out wherever she possibly can. And going up against Old Chicken's
Wow.
DK.
I think CDEC are just winning these lanes so hard by the way they put them.
For now.
Yeah, I mean,
Look at EHOME. Like, you understand they're going to win their lanes.
Mhm.
You instantly smoke. You get a Troll Trapper inside the Doombringer. So he'll actually have some extra control here. And it's like the Slark is already trying to bait out a little bit of extra damage on Slaughter. He'll bring demons in. Now, you've only got
he's
Essence
dead, though.
Shift with the damage to the stun. All
Or-
11 back behind the tower. And now in
cancel.
comes the extra help. Lanham will arrive, and they focus over on demons. Not the big tankier one. There's your Troll Trap going to go to work. The Crush, it buys space for demons. He'll get his stun off as well. They can't reach up to the line. You'll cut through the tree line as Lanham, but the heal, the salve will be burnt from demons. Lanham won't reach any further in.
all right. 2 salves cancelled, but in the end, CDC with only 2 heroes do not fall up here. They managed to get out from a real sticky situation with a lion there.
Okay, Enchantress, you're a dick. She grabs the tornado creep and puts it
Yeah.
up against Ice. It's the safe lane. You actually put the tornado onto.
It's the most hateful thing in Dota when you have an Enchantress deciding that you're not going to have fun. Soon comes the mana burn creeps and, you know, some satyrs.
Well, there was some smack talk coming out pretty early on against him.
Fenrir just taking some harass. Lion saying, get off my creeps, but he does run away with 2 of them.
want to keep my eyes on this mid matchup. Like, who do you actually feel should always be coming out on top of this? DK versus Medusa.
Oh, I think Medusa comes out on top, but it goes down to last hitting abilities. They have pretty much the same damage, so it's very similar mechanical lane. But as soon as she gets high level on the Mystic Snake, she can just burn the mana of DK and he will never really be a threat.
Is it worth them both also getting bottles early on? Or
no,
do you prefer Aquila over on Medusa?
Aquila for Medusa for sure. It's definitely better. That way she can more easily. Oh, bottom lane. Actually, an aggressive dive here.
Those cogs make it difficult for the Invoker to go down after him. The Enchantress creep's trying to get a little bit more information as Ice waits in the trees a little bit longer.
Wow.
And now, well, cogs, 2 seconds, 1
get
second.
out of here,
Victoria
though.
is kind of stuck. The battery assault's going to go to work. Ice chasing Victoria down. And maybe with an extra damage from the tower, Victoria is going to take a fall. As she moves up, well, yeah, she's down. She's gone. Ice gets the kill underneath the tower after CDEC basically take the bridles off the horse and go completely over-aggressive.
Well, Inflame is just looking at it like, well, I have creeps over here to kill. I can't help you. Completely off mark here with the Enchantress in the first attempted gank. And that's going to help Ice so much. On a lane where he should not be getting much at all, he's now just really happy.
You put a lot of pressure as well on the Enchantress rotations. You have something like that not work. You give Clockwork as well that extra experience. Now he's 2 levels in front of the Invoker. You're going to increase the rotation timing, mainly because you're going to have that hook shot up really, really early for Ice.
I mean, I'm keeping my eyes on this Enchantress because I think it's imperative that she has a strong early game. Her teammates do need space and time, and this is the opposite. She just helped Ice, who's not doing a pull to the big camp as well. Gonna get so much experience down here. He's gonna have a really fast level 6.
It looks like Amy's gonna go both of them. He's actually going bottle as well as Aquila.
Yeah, that's a fine build as well. Just allows him to spam more. The thing is, I don't think he can control runes in this game. He's gonna go for a top rune, but he'll find it very difficult.
Yeah, considering Fenrir is already sitting there waiting. It's like, if you wish to
he's
fight,
running.
yeah, they're actually gonna try and do it. The stun's over
All
on
right.
Fenrir. Victoria's rotating over. Rune goes to Medusa, and Fenrir will kick Boulder. He can't get away, however.
That's beautiful. All right, now they're coming online a little bit in these rotations. I didn't think Enchantress would get there in time, but, you know, Ench with boots, she's fairly fast.
How's top lane looking? Like, Slaughter versus the Slark. They were already kind of beating the living crap out of each other early on in this game.
Oh, yeah. And they have, in fact, slinged out a new salve onto the Slark as well, who already burned through so much regen. So they're just really fighting for it.
Old 11. He doesn't want to have to pounce himself away from this.
Yeah.
All he wants to do is salve and hide behind the tree line, so the rotation from the Enchantress is ineffective.
XC realizes he has to back here as well, and salve is popped on the Slark, or the Slark, and he will be fine here.
That would have been so good for EHOME if CDEC decided to dive that. Fenrir is waiting to go for the kick into the boulder. In fact, he just boulders forward and then kicks.
Oh, no.
I think you can see what he tried to do, right?
Yeah, he tried to kick him in.
And did he try to kick him to this area? So it
Yeah.
actually push him down?
Yeah, if you kick him far enough in that down right corner, then he actually gets stuck there. Well, good attempt, but I think he could have gone for a safe play. Just go for a stun with the boulder. Old Levin would actually not have killed her immediately, but she has no point in heal, so she would have died. Of course, he can't know this for sure.
Yeah.
2 points enchant. A little bit of a weird build. It just speeds up your rotations and ganks. Makes it faster to get a big army. And this load could be relevant. Slark being aggressive here, cheeky.
Yeah, the sun's going to come out. He still has pounds available, which will allow him to get away from the crush, but that's the reason why XE held on to it. So now he'll get the crush. Old 11 makes a break for the tree line, but he will not survive through this. There's too much of CDEC right behind him.
Yeah, he gets smacked down, and bottom lane Clockwork trying to make something happen with the Doombringer, but Doom not close enough. Inflame is still going to be fine here.
Especially when you'd expect someone like Ice to rotate up to the top lane.
Yeah, soon. He doesn't have mana to do so, so he's going to have to like TP base and maybe smoke out.
It's actually Old Chicken who moves into the bot lane. Inflame doesn't have any vision of
dead.
this. Yeah, you're dead. Like, you got a stun. There's a little bit of like extra attacks. There's Breathe Fire already been committed. And it'll be the Doombringer of all people who finds the kill over on the Invoker.
Yeah, he didn't even have mana to like do anything. He can't go invis there, so he's just screwed.
Fenrir. Well, he kicks to keep the creep wave away, but Demons, he was just looping around the back.
Oh,
Able to get the initial stun, the body block to try and bring those centaurs in range. Fenrir,
no mana to
he
roll.
can't get away. He tried to get himself in range of the status to deny himself. But the Lion will find the kill, and CDEC Well, there's no TPs from EHOME to really punish them for diving that hard.
Yeah, but that's because EHOME are taking a tower of their own. They're just pushing
They're gonna kill Inflame again. Ice, that's hook shot. Like you EMP.
Yeah.
Looks like he did actually hookshot himself in there, so we go frame by frame. Demons is there to help out as well. Lanham is not a healthy man. In fact, I think he's actually taking damage from the towers. The only way he actually dies so quickly. Goes to one last Shadow Blast, realizing he's going to die to the Invoker. And now as EHOME would bite off more than they can chew. Another Tornado up. No EMP to follow this one up with a kick onto Inflame. And the pole to forward. Earth Spirit finds one. And the Enchantress spriting, healing quickly. The tower will be brought down by the Radiant side.
Wow, it's hard to tell who overcommits the most here, but Invoker going down in the end and a tower not being denied. I think EHOME can be pretty happy here with what they get. Gonna get themselves out of this one.
We're gonna quickly do the.
Yeah.
Actually, it's balancing out now. I'm gonna go with it for now.
All right, just believe, have faith.
He's not in the game. Actually, no, I'm not gonna have faith. Sorry. We're gonna just do our quick little thingy thing. It's also to mess with the mainstream who's currently watching us.
Mm.
Just to see if Robot K-pop's on their
They're
toes
just
to change
really
the overlays.
interested in your loading screens, I think.
Hey, my loading screens are amazing. That's the Anuxi set.
Yeah, that Dazzle Desolator is pretty good. I like it.
It's totally sick. Oh look, they're on the ball. They managed to actually change the overlays in time.
Yep. So nothing really happening right now. Top Old 11 being a little bit too aggressive. He's gonna back out and try to regen.
He's still got that Shadow Dance available, so it's going to give him a lot of confidence, but at the same time, CDEC, when
if
they
he gets
gank
tornadoed, then he's still dead.
Yeah. Well, he breaks the smoke.
Oh!
Hexed up. And there's EMP to burn him off. Shadow Dance. Nope.
Around the corner, and I think they saw Ice's Ice for a moment there as well. They're playing like they know. Maybe not. Ice is just hiding in the trees, staying safe.
That reminds me of the gank from before.
Yo.
Like the one they originally had on the top lane.
EHOME is the team that buys the most raindrops. I'm just going to assume this. At least in the China qualifiers, they're right now sitting at 3 different raindrops. Clockwork just getting 1 charge used there, taking no damage from that tornado. It's actually such a high value item. I think a lot of people are forgetting to buy it.
Well, EHOME love it. Also, EHOME are loving this space. Fenrir got a lot of it on the bot lane. Also, he's going to... Wait. Okay. This makes the smoke a little bit too obvious for me. Like, you leave the bottom lane. There's no one farming it up. The same thing for CDEC, but they could have left it, like, assuming they're going to be ganked. Well, but then you prep yourself to come towards the mid lane.
Yeah, they are pinging bottom as well. There was 1 ping by CDEC on bottom lane, so they realized there's a rotation coming in. Ice is running into enemy jungle here, but
fresh ops and sentries. Demons is ready for it. However, Ice wisely moves back. He may even just want to... Okay, he's not going to cog the choke point. But it's mid lane as well. Amplification's off, and these 2 heroes are still too smoked up. They are both smoked up. But with the observer ward there, and the smoke now breaking, they see all.
It's a hard gank to set up mid as well. Even if you have amplified damage on the Dragon Knight, he's not even at negative armor with that. So it's gonna be tough to find a kill. And again, Medusa is not the best aggressive hero. Yes, she does quite well on mid, and you can see her topping the CS chart right now. But I think CDC should be happy just farming. All of their heroes are getting a lot on the map right now.
Their heroes are going to progress a lot better into the late game too.
Yeah, the downside though, look at how much farm EHOME put on their ES. They have 21 CS as their lowest, and that's on Clockwork. How on earth have they farmed so much on their support?
Fenrir had like 5 minutes free time on the bot lane.
Well, he did.
With no pressure.
Yeah.
And now the push comes in towards the mid lane. Try and attack into the tier 1 tower on the back of that dragon form. The troll trap's going to come in. CDEC will attempt the defense here. Way hook shot off target.
Ice way off target, as you say there. That's going to make this hard to execute as well.
Yep. Mystic Snake slows down the creep wave too, but they're still slowly ticking away at this tower.
Yeah, but it's not very quick at all. And look at Lion here with his Windlace and Tranquils. He could quickly just rush up and stun someone. So they have to be really careful, especially with the creeps hanging around.
They're bailing out. They know there's no opportunity here. The dragon form is now down to 1/3 of its duration left. And Ice needs to find more items.
Invoker is farming a quad stack, but he doesn't really have any ability to do so right now. He only has Alacrity. So this quad stack is kind of up for grabs right now. Whoever makes the first rotation up here could get a lot of farm.
Well, Sark has 4 points up in Dark Pact. He's actually got abilities to get rid of this thing.
He does. It takes a few takes a few Dark Packs though to get it, and if you start harassing it without being able to finish it, you might just set it up for enemy.
True. Well, Lanham can just start stealing parts of it.
Yeah.
That also helps.
I'll just take the delicacies, you know, the finest.
I'll take the rarest cuts, thank you. But at least Inflame now has a little bit more of a safety lane up on this top. But they got a lot more support.
Oh,
Old 11 again. Like they want to initiate in. Lanham's in the neighborhood and counts down, goes directly to the Centaur. The stun does not follow up, however, because they're too busy trying to take the stack. But Old 11's moving over for this too. He'll be able to leech the experience, but he won't be able to take the CS. Unless he gets a perfect
he's
pack
going
at the
for
end.
it though. He gets one, but now he's dead.
I think so.
Oh, he's actually fine. Wow. What a player.
Meanwhile, Ice gets himself a kill on bottom lane. It's like Earthspirit's Magnetize goes to work after a hook shot control.
And that's the first big use of the Magnetize since he hit level 6, so nice for him to find a kill with that. Lion getting a Tome of Knowledge. Gonna put him at level 6 actually when he uses it. So look for Demon's rotation.
Maybe he sort of waits up on top lane, but Lanham is also being very patient. He just wants to run in and Doom Inflame now. Inflame hasn't had an option to sight the Doombringer. And with Lanham walking in from behind, he still won't get that chance. You Doom forward, Fenrir looking for the kick, actually misses it, and Demons picks up the double stun. Now he actually gets the tome so he can pick up his level 6 and have his first damage, but he's going to go down.
Yeah, kind of hard to read a book in the middle of the fight there. Maybe he could have gotten something if there was more damage onto the ES, but yeah.
This is still perfect for EHOME. Like, CDEC rotates support up to the top lane.
It is.
And it's allowing the mid lane to be attacked. But it's also the fact that Ice is already here. Hook shots in, keeps the battery assault going on the Slider. With the Breathe Fire, the Slider is just going to just disintegrate out here. And Victoria can't do anything to stop this.
Yeah.
You may have a level 6 Enchantress, but she can't stay close to the fight yet.
Man, Ice is just the bane of XC right now. He cannot go anywhere, dying twice in a row. This really hurts. The Slaughter was trying to save up for a Blink Dagger. I think he was up to 1,600 gold, now down to 1,100. That really stings.
They wanted that initiation.
Yeah.
Because they don't, like, you have both Lion as well as Slaughter begging for that initiation. Either that or they hope EHOME initiates and you get a counter initiation through the EMP Tornado.
Yeah.
That's kind of like how CDEC get their advantage.
Speaking of the Invoker, looks like he's going for the Force Staff, possibly even, you know, drums into Aghanims, but Force Staff would be really good here against the Clockwork, and I think that's what he's going for, just getting out, and maybe even bailing out some teammates.
Fenrir. He's on a choke point, and he knows
he's like baiting the smoke. He knows they're coming, I think.
Yeah. I just love the ward positioning.
Yeah, and Slark is just looking at his... Yeah, there we go. The rocket helps out with a D-ward. Cute little mechanic.
Teamwork! Ice.
Oh, he has the Blade Mail entirely completed on Ice. He could hook this
Yeah,
Medusa.
I think he really wants to as well. With the Observer Ward up, he has perfect vision over on the Medusa. And CDEC don't have any Observer Wards looking for him.
He needs help, though. He can't do it on his own. He needs more people. Power of friendship. Alright. Wow, EHOME are getting a lot of control on the map, but CDEC have such a great start on their course, so this game is shaping out to be really good for the mid game. Blink now on Dragon Knight. EHOME want to take the initiative.
Oh, they can get that jump. There she blows. Old Chicken. He walks around the Medusa before actually going to go for the stun.
He makes a little lap.
Oh, Stone Gaze will be triggered as Old Chicken tries to keep his back turned. Will be able to break free. Supports to the neighborhood, especially when more of a TP is in. Hook shot forward. What can the Cogs catch? It will keep the Medusa in position. And now she's out of mana. The Doom will be triggered as well. They really want that Deucer on the deck. And they're going to get it for the double stun. But in comes the Earth Spirit, turning on the Magnetize. A huge kick and the stomp as well from the Doombringer. CDEC! They all hold hands and they go down together just like the Titanic. Oh, Captain, boy. My Captain.
Fenrir just showing off, you know.
Wow, that was amazing.
A second F-God just going in. That was beautiful, but at the same time, CDC, they really got outplayed there. Just clumped up so much after Dusa died. They had to disengage, but everyone was running the same way.
Oh, we thought his Lion was good in game number 1, but holy Hannah.
No, I thought...
Oh, sorry, that was Lanham. Yeah.
Lanham. He's showing Lanham that he has some moves as well, you know.
Yeah, that's true.
Demons really delivering there with a stun, and sadly not enough as the Fenrir Earthspirit rolls in.
What a time though for like out of all of the creeps you normally want to get on a Doombringer, Centaurs are not it. And
Yeah.
then you have a moment like that, you're like, no, Centaurs was it.
Yeah, that's really true. He's going into a Vladimir's build now as well, so that makes me think he might get rid of the Centaur sooner or later.
Yeah.
But he might keep it for a little while extra just for that team fight. That was beautiful.
Just turn it into an aura battle.
And hey,
Like, the chance of you having a moment like that again is very, very low. Because you don't like a Darkseer setup or anything like that. It was just the fact that CDEC got completely snapped by the Earth Spirit.
yep. And here I was thinking that Old Chicken made a bad play, you know, blinking in and running around the enemy.
Oh,
And
Ice sees him coming. He's going to
Oh!
battery assault, hook shot in, cogs up as well. The blade mail can turn on. They're basically going to kill themselves if not careful. And in they come again. Roll forward. Medusa turning on the stone gates, but she's so far away from the rest of the fight.
one's
Not
looking
to
at
mention
her.
Inflame is just so
Oh.
low. Yep, they just keep their eyes, well, turned away at the kick. It hits on 2,
Oh
hits
my
on
God.
3. It just slides through
Fenrir.
from Fenrir. Someone ban this spirit. It's so OP for him in his hands. 4 heroes down for CDEC.
oh my god,
Oh my!
man, the Invoker as well. He could have juked that, but he just keeps running left. It all lines up perfectly for Fenrir.
You know how brutal this is?
He has
Like,
Veil now.
Like it's not even the fact that this is happening now 2 games in a row in this series. It happened before. Like Newbie trounced CDEC in the first series, and now EHOME have come through, and they've just had these moments of brilliance which just put your face in your hands, and you just don't know how to turn it around.
Now, I mean, this game, I said it was shaping out to be a good mid game, but then EHOME were like, no, we're gonna turn up the heat here. We're gonna just take over, and this is looking a lot like what Newbie did, just as you were referencing. This is a strong instance of EHOME. Just
What a sharp spike. Like that's the golden experience right there. 12k, almost 10k on the experience as well. It's going to be there pretty damn soon. You've now got Nagus the Immortal in the hands of a Slark, so he can now be over-aggressive as well. He's already got his Silver Edge to set himself up. Fenrir, as you said, is having the time of his life.
He has the
having
Veil
that
now.
already up.
he's gonna have so much damage, and not only that, he's gonna have more armor, so it's more easy for him to roll in and actually know he's gonna live.
You got Armlet for Old Chicken. You got Echo Saber as well for Old 11.
Is it Christmas or what?
I don't know, man. I don't know. The White Witch has finally been exiled from Narnia and the presents have arrived.
Yeah, I suppose so. And towers are starting to fall. Dragon Knight, along with the Vladimir's aura on Doom, and in fact, he did keep
Old
that
11.
center stun.
Does he have enough confidence to go? Yeah, of course he does. This is a guy with an Aegis the Immortal with no fear. You get a solo kill over on the Slaughter. The bottom tier 2 tower is taken down, and the dragons are knocking. And in fact, they
he's
blink
chasing.
forward. They get the stun Medusa. There'll be a little bit of help, but a kick again. The Doom is off. Lanham is just sitting in position with these double stuns, and the
Oh
hawk
my God,
shot!
he's in.
Ice just flies in from the sides. He's got the cogs of Albus, the battery assault to ensure Medusa doesn't get back. He moves over for a triple kill. It is a team wipe. We are 20 minutes into this game. The table, 2 legs are taken off. This is beyond tilt. We are slanted.
CDEC, they're just losing every single grip and momentum they had in this game. This was looking dead even just a while ago, it feels like.
Mentally, this game is over.
Yeah. Oh, this game it's just done now. I mean, a lot of it goes down to Ice and Fenrir. Fenrir definitely the MVP to me, but oh man, they just cannot handle the 5 melee strat, Toby. It happened.
It's brutal. It's savage. And they're getting wrecked.
Yeah, all at once.
It really is. I don't even know what you do if you see the EC. Like, you got a Medusa. What are you going to do? Like, let's make a big play on a Medusa?
Yeah, you don't.
No,
I mean,
Invoker, like, he's Mr. 4-star. He's EMP Tornado, but even at this point, EHOME, they're the Immortals. You don't have enough physical damage to get through them.
no. Like, every single hero on EHOME's lineup is going to be extremely hard to burst. They can maybe get one of them if they go with Slardar and Lion at once and just combine the magic and physical damage. But other than that, how do you keep going from there? How do you ever bring down, the entire lineup?
I don't know. That
They're
Observer
so far
Ward
behind.
sets up perfectly for Ice. The Observers are also still down for
Ice is
CDEC,
going.
but they blink, they crush, but you've already lost Demons. They move in for more 4-star into
Oh.
hook shot. It's the slide style right now from Ice. Victoria will drop. At least he has a ceremonial circle of cogs, but his teammates are also going to drop as well. The 4-star out, Lanham on the chase. He doesn't have the Stomp available. There's no Doom available either, but
Oh,
they've got CDEC on the run.
Yeah.
Right.
And look at Slark. He's just chasing. He's like, I could go here. I could go anywhere. This map is mine.
He just didn't see him.
Yeah. He's just looking for anyone who takes one step too close.
Oh, this was a really quick series.
Well, I mean, it looks like it. You have a 25,000 advantage 22 minutes in. I'd say that's pretty hard to throw away. I mean, I challenge you, EHOME, by all means. If you find a way to 3-2-2 this, show me how.
You would have to feed Fountain. That's the only way you really lose. Even look at Fenrir. This guy's got a full mech over on his team.
Yeah.
Like, you already have really, really tanky heroes. The CDEC can't fight into. Like, you want to fight Ice. This guy's got 1,600 life, plus the Blade Mail, and you got nothing that can stop this. Even if Victoria can just sit there attacking the clockwork, he's going to kill himself.
You know, I think CDEC, they just missed their window in the beginning. They didn't get enough kills done with Victoria, and I think the rotation bottom where he died first blood to clockwork really should never have happened. And this just put them at a, like, their lineup can be good, but it's so volatile. If you mess up at the beginning, it becomes hard to execute. I don't think this is going to be anything.
No, it's not.
So they just have to sit and try and defend high ground now, but honestly, they're not even going to be able to out-carry. This Lark is so farmed.
Yeah.
Doom as well.
Whilst the...
But yeah, you can never really have that kind of momentum being taken away from you, giving away the first blood to a solo clockwork. And Ice, you could tell he was smiling. He even had a rocket flare available and didn't even use it. He's like, nah, you're dead.
Well, finally he's having some good success on the off lane. That's what he's been played with throughout, like, previous patches.
Yeah,
and for a long time back when he's part of VG Gaming.
It's because they put the off lane on the safe lane. Just hide him on the Radiant natural safe lane.
Well,
it's safer there.
It seems to be working.
It definitely is. I mean, the hiding behind the tower is much easier down there.
Okay, so things are going to start to level out now because CDEC are just farming from their tier 3 towers.
Yeah.
They just rotate around, but EHOME are waiting for the perfect timing, so now get both BKBs up. So both Slark as well as the DK are running BKBs. Ice is another 1.2k gold away from having his Aghanims. He won't want to have that for this fight, however. Well, at least he'd like to have it, but it's not really required.
Yeah.
And with the Blink Dagger over on the Doombringer with the Vladimir's, you're perfectly right to have just having Latam jump on the front lines. And Fenrir still, like you got everything you want on EHOME. All they need is an opportunity to pounce on CDEC. And CDEC, while they hide inside their base, yes, not giving the opportunities for it, but they're also gaining absolutely nothing and just prolonging the inevitable.
Yeah. I'm just still shocked that Fenrir, in this game has made so much happen with his Earth Spirit after it got, the slow to Boulder Smash. Because he really has landed some beautiful smashes, and look how slow that thing rolls, actually. If you have the time to look at that and just dodge it, then you might be able to do it, but it's just everyone else going at once, right?
Yep.
Ice hooks in, he kicks, it's just, you don't give him time to react.
I also love this, this vision placement. Like, this ob's going to time out in a moment, but they're just, mixing things up just a little bit more. But they've still got obs on the top.
I mean, they're containing the enemy, right? They're just drawing a line.
Yeah, pretty much. No one shall cross this line.
None shall pass.
I'm sorry, Cuddle is not being played in this game. Is that Shadowfax? Alright, is this, there's two smokes sitting on this courier and EHOME. Either right now, they're just having tea.
Yeah, they're just, talking a little bit to their genuine baby Roshan. They're telling him that, hey, we need more items.
Everything's fine. We'll kill your father soon.
I feel bad for all these Roshanings.
That could actually be what EHOME is also waiting for. It's just Roshan. They could try and smoke and make a play. The bottom lane's kind of like the main place to go through because there's no racks down there at the moment.
They'll make an attempt to break through. If they get it, they might push for base, but else it's just fine to wait for Aegis right now. I mean, there's no reason not to wait Aegis on Slark and then just go.
They gotta slip through.
Yeah.
I just need one person.
Look for Ice One
hook. Person to be out of
boy.
position, and now, well, here's your job. Oh!
Okay.
He hookshots into the arse of Lanham, but it's still gonna work. Inflame will drop. You turn on the Medusa Stone Gaze, but really, Amy's not running anywhere, being burnt out. The Finger of Death can't even kill off Ice. He cog burns back the Slaughter. The Crush will miss, and then it's just old chicken to turn around. Yeah, he's going to live through this. Okay, no, he's done. Medusa will finally stop it, but really, at what cost? Medusa's down, she'll bite back. The kicks are still flying. Demons will drop.
Buyback's being used, but what are you gonna do? You only killed Ice as Ice?
Yep. And in fact, Old 11 wants to hunt even more.
Yeah, that might be a little bit too much.
Yeah, under tier 4 towers isn't the greatest thing, especially when they're all fortified.
Yeah.
But Old Chicken's got stun off cooldown. He needs to keep that, well, he wants to get the blink off so he can jump him.
Yeah, Old 11 is just hiding and regenning right now. He's ready to pounce anyone who takes a little bit too many steps here.
Okay, they can probably take this tower before the heroes respawn.
They will, and I think they will back out now as well. If they're disciplined, they will. Else they might just keep going, but yeah.
It's okay, Roshan's a little bit too far away, but they don't know this, obviously.
This is the China region. They have actually superior discipline. They're gonna back out.
Well, you look at the teamfight recap and how much was lost. So CDEC did lose everything. The only thing that they had back was the buybacks.
Yeah.
So Invoker and Medusa.
Buyback.
And that was all for one clockwork. Funny thing is though, look how far ahead they are. CDEC, yeah, you lose out, but with one kill, you still gain a fair amount to balance out everything you lost.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. A single kill when you're, I mean, we're talking almost 30,000 total net worth difference.
Yeah.
And
Like, obviously it still goes the way of EHOME. It's just the fact, like that could have been a sharper spike if Clockwork didn't die.
They're trying top, going with the crush here.
Oh, this will be a huge kill if they can take it.
They don't have
but
Orchid,
he's
though.
still got Silver Edge as well as BKB, so
Nice.
he BKB's up and just TP's out. You need a bash here from XZ, and you're not going to get it.
Slark is like, this was fun, guys, but I'm out.
If you got bashed by that one hit, then CDEC, well, they would believe there is a god somewhere.
Yeah, if a Tranquil Boots only Slardar runs up and bashes you with level 1 bash, that's just unfortunate, you know. Luckily for EHOME, that didn't have to happen.
All right.
They're just keeping control of the Roshan area right now, and that
10
one kill
seconds.
attempt did not work for CDC.
They have they got more. They're getting more than 1k gold a minute advantage.
Yeah, they're controlling all the map.
And they're going to kill off.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Perfect trigger of Lincoln's into Doom. The kick will fly, and now in comes Fenrir, turning on the Magnetize. They really want that Medusa down. In comes Ice. He'll actually isolate Inflame, allowing Old Chicken to BKB up, blink himself forward. They still want more of a kill. The kick will hit onto the Enchantress. Old Chicken isn't moving for it. Instead, they just want to make sure they get the objective.
Yeah,
but merely racks in mid. Bring it down.
That's one kill without buyback, so they know they can be able to secure
Jump.
this.
Found XZ. Old Chicken with a follow-up this there. Lanham, he hasn't given up this centaur. He's been holding onto it this entire time, enjoying the stuns. Old 11 again, a little bit too deep underneath those tier 4 towers, cops a fair chunk of damage. He just needs to get out of vision and heal up.
Yeah, I mean, this
He's
is
in
just
range
so
of a
sad to
sentry.
watch. CDC, they know after this game, if they lose, they're out. But what are you gonna do? You're looking at soon being 40,000 gold behind. They call
GG.
it.
They call it in under 30 minutes. EHOME will get themselves a date with Newbie to see who will be the team. It's a full best of 5 coming up right here on our stream. Beyond the Summit 3 is where we are, and I believe we're also over on the main stream at the moment. But oh boy, EHOME, like them and Newbie have thrashed CDECY today.
And I said it before we went into this series that if anyone is going to be able to take Newbie, it's going to be EHOME. If CDC won this, I don't think there was any chance. But EHOME, with this momentum, maybe they can touch the untouched Newbie. They haven't lost a single game, and they're in the grand finals. That's what they're going up against.
With this momentum, I can't wait to see what happens in that grand final. Of course, the teams will get themselves a little bit of a break, but it has been a fun series. Make sure you stay tuned. Wagyu and myself, we're going all the way through China today. Do not go anywhere. We'll be back.